I just got the idea that just is one of those words that has a number of different uses in everyday English. Just a sec. Let me think about that.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right. Thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 808. 6 ways to use just. Let's dive in. First of all, just means exactly. Like, on a cold day, a cup of hot cocoa is just the perfect thing to warm you up. And speaking of cold days, the weather today is just as bad as it was yesterday. You know, I'm just wondering what to have for lunch today. And since just means exactly, you can use just about, which means almost exactly. Like, it's just about lunchtime. Or, I'm just about ready to move on to the next part of this lesson. And you know what? It's just as well too because I'm out of examples. It's just as well. This means it's a good thing or it's a fortunate thing. Like, it's just as well I didn't invest in Bitcoin last month. It's really gone down. We also use just when we talk about time, and when you use just followed by a verb, it means very recently or in the immediate past. Like, I just got a phone call from my sister in New York, and she told me that she just bought a new car. Lucky her. And did you know? I just moved to Japan. Yeah, true story. Speaking of time, we use the phrase just now to mean at this moment or a little while ago. I just now finished eating lunch. Since I got home just now, I didn't have a chance to open the mail. And if you want to ask someone to wait, you can say just a minute or just a second. Like, if someone calls your office and asks to talk to your coworker, you can tell that person, just a minute. Let me see if she's available. Oh, just a second. I want to tell you something important. The Business English Podcast is just what you need to feel more confident with your business English. My friends Lindsay, Michelle, and Aubrey show you real business English vocabulary for the global economy in the Business English Podcast. You can learn vocabulary for socializing and making small talk with colleagues. Why, just in the last few weeks, on the Business English Podcast, they taught you 4 ways to successfully compliment someone in English at work, and what to say in English when you make a mistake at work. They also cover English writing, presentations, job interviews, telephone English, and more. Plus, they have new episodes 3 days a week. Follow the Business English Podcast from All Ears English. Just type Business English into your search bar wherever you are listening right now, find the yellow cover, and hit follow. It's just what you need. And speaking of just, we also use just to mean barely or by a very little amount. Like, they had just 1 package of my favorite cookies at the store yesterday. My friend Sean's son is just 10 years old, but he can play the guitar and drums pretty well. And not just those 2 instruments. Why, in fact, he can also play the piano and sing. I'm just amazed at how musical he is. And he's just 10. I'm just amazed. Which brings us to the point that you can use just before an adjective to mean really or very or absolutely. Like, my new office space is just perfect. I'm so happy working here. And helping you speak English better? Well, it's just the best feeling in the world. So, just means exactly, just means very recently, and just means barely. That's just amazing, isn't it? And finally, we have the phrase just the same, which means nevertheless or in spite of that. Like, I put on my raincoat and a hat, but I got soaking wet just the same. Keep in mind, the best way to remember English like this and any other word or phrase in English is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. And, you can get more practice using your English when you join my Podcast Learners Study Group. There, you can make new friends. Join us for live group lessons every week where we practice these podcast lessons together. Plus, you get access to the PDF transcript and audio download for every Happy English podcast in the past and in the future. And on top of that, each episode has exercises where you can practice this English point with speaking and writing checked by me. To learn more, just visit myhappyenglish.com and choose podcast lesson 808. Remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.